why the billion-dollar medical industry wants to hide this 100% natural solution to kill your cravings and restore and rejuvenate your energy, brain, and digestion for good. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Pay extra close attention if you feel downright tired, groggy, and lethargic on most days. Acne, allergies, itchiness, and even skin rashes are a regular occurrence for you. You cannot help but yearn for sweets and carbs, sugar and starches, and your willpower is no match for them. You easily put on the pounds and have a hard time getting rid of the weight. Frequent or even occasional diarrhea, constipation, bloating, cramps, and even spending a long time on the toilet are normal things for you. Your metabolism is lousy compared to some lucky, skinny individuals. You have bladder or genital issues that may even be infections. Overall, you feel irritated, anxious, or hyperactive on most days. And it's all taking a toll on your life, your peace of mind, your well-being, your energy, your mood, and even your sex life. Well, here's the truth. There's a 97% chance, meaning practically guaranteed, that you're infested by the #1 nastiest culprit. Medical experts have discovered a parasite that uses your body as its personal feeding ground, first taking over your stomach, then your entire gastro tract, forcing you to crave the foods at once while slowly destroying your body from the inside out. Governments are finally admitting this is real. Measures have been proposed in New York and the country of Mexico to try and stop it. Teams of doctors and scientists have been trying to figure out a way to stop this parasite that is already estimated to be infecting 250 million Americans. But by the time you see this, it may already be too late. You may have never even realized your fatigue, weight gain, or lack of sleep is the result of this bad bug until it finally takes over and forces you to seek medical attention. Well, you're about to discover a completely natural way to help eliminate this deadly fungus infection eating away at your digestive gut for good, at the very root cause of it. Something that the medical industry and big pharma never want you to know about. If you can keep a secret, then keep paying attention. It will surely hurt their pocketbooks by helping you to no longer pay for their expensive drugs or doctor's visits.
I clearly remember the day when I realized I had something really wrong with me, and I knew I had to do something about it. It was a couple of weeks after New Year's, and I was out drinking with my friends at a nice outside patio. We were having a great time. And as the next round of drinks arrived, we said cheers. I flashed back to New Year's Eve a couple of weeks earlier. I had so much planned for this year and realized in that moment that my drive for accomplishing my New Year's resolutions had already worn off. That realization instantly made me feel kind of sad because I knew it wasn't because I was lazy. I was always up for being helpful and lending a hand, but I was also constantly lethargic, unfocused, and even slightly depressed. As our lunch arrived, I looked down at what I would consider a relatively healthy salad with fish and wondered to myself, why don't I have the energy or focus like I used to? I eat healthy. I try to exercise fairly regularly. I'm not stupid. Then I looked at my third sugary, delicious alcoholic drink sitting on the table in front of me. I remembered having read once about not only how bad sugar and carbs are for your body, but also how addictive they are. And given the choice between cocaine or sugar, mice would choose the sugar over cocaine. And even more surprising, that if there weren't huge corporations paying off politicians to clearly define what a drug is and is not, sugars and artificial sweeteners that plague our foods these days pose enough health risk that they technically should be considered controlled substances. They should actually be considered a drug. I realized I did like to drink a lot, and as I thought about it, I also really enjoyed and craved foods that turn into fat and put me into a food coma for hours, sometimes the entire day. Pizza, soda, cookies, and don't even get me started on chocolate and ice cream. Anyway, we stayed out for hours and had a great time. But on this particular morning, I woke feeling extra horrible. My body had practically reached its maximum abuse. Feeling sick, tired, and foggy doesn't even begin to describe this day. I was pretty much out of commission for the rest of the day and desperately thought of what I could take to make me feel better. However, instead of reaching for coffee or another over-the-counter drug, something made me want to look for another answer. Something to really get to the bottom of it. So I took that time to research why the heck I felt so compelled to eat and drink so much junk, and what was really going on under the hood that made me feel so lousy. The things I stumbled across as I went down the rabbit hole were downright shocking. I came across an article that talked about a nationwide silent killer, and the symptoms it described nailed it for me. It's like a little bacteria, a fungus, that thrives inside our bodies and our intestines. I knew this was it. The way it spreads into new areas of the body is terrifying. How quickly it moves and even builds new colonies. And you know what it thrives on. Sugar, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives found in foods. In other words, practically every kind of food we eat that's not pure, organic, and non-GMO. And the more we feed it these foods over years and decades, the more it grows into an unstoppable monster lurking inside our gut. I was convinced this was the reason I was tired, unfocused, had random sharp pains in my stomach, and craved bad foods so much. I knew this was the culprit that made it so difficult for me to lose weight and feel utterly helpless. And I knew I had to find the solution to get rid of it before it was too late. I was absolutely determined. However, one more bad thing had to happen before I cracked and was forced to fix the problem. I got a phone call one evening from one of my friends. After I had had my second or third snack of the day, after I ate a full meal. It was one of my same friends from last weekend asking me if I wanted to go for drinks again that night. I could hardly move due to the food coma I was in, and every ounce of me knew I shouldn't leave the house, but I wanted to go. So I went. What happened next is almost too embarrassing to share. The next morning, waking up with the sun shining on my face, I thought, oh no. I didn't remember coming home or what happened after my fifth tequila sunrise. It was at this point I realized I probably wasn't going to make it 5 more years in my life. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired and feeling like this. I was tired of doing this to my body and to my health. I couldn't take it anymore. I decided right then and there, laying on the couch feeling like death, that I was going to figure out a way to crush my food addictions and find someone or something to help me fix the internal problem and kill the probable culprit that I knew instinctively was destroying my life. My sugar addiction was truly hurting my relationship with my friends, my family, and even with myself. I found out later just how many aspects of people's lives are being thrown into the disaster zone by this vicious fungus that the majority of Americans carry inside them. In 2005, molecular biologists at Rice University estimated it was already affecting 70% of the American population. Chronic pain and fatigue, inflammation, muscle pain, ADD, ADHD. It could even be linked to Alzheimer's, cancer, and so many other potentially fatal health challenges. I dove headfirst into researching this fungus from hell, and it seemed like nobody was even talking about it, except for a few medical insiders. But the people who did know about it were absolutely screaming about it because they knew the disastrous epidemic it had created. Doctors are now saying it could be the widest spread health hazard to hit North America since cigarettes, polio, HIV, or hepatitis. It's the consequence of unnatural elements we've been exposed to, and the deep, dark secret is that the food conglomerates are right now, as we speak, spending millions of dollars to try to sweep it under the rug. They have some help from the killer itself, because the disease takes over your body from the inside. Most never even know it's there until it's too late. Fortunately, a recent breakthrough has found an answer, and it's finally putting an end to cravings and the fog from your brain, improving your digestive tract, boosting your immune system, and killing off and flushing out the silent killer. It's been hiding in nature all along, so no prescription drugs or medications are necessary. It's 100% natural, so it's safe and ultra healthy for your body. And you can get your hands on it for practically nothing. I'll tell you what it is, but first, what is this silent killer in the first place? It's a fungus inside your digestive tract called Candida. It robs you of your energy, makes you feel horrible, clouds how you think, lowers your immune system, and may even be related to cancer. Candida is a natural resident in your digestive tract, along with 25 trillion other bacteria, some good, some bad. These nasty little critters are nearly impossible to kill, until now. There's a secret to exterminating these dirty bugs. The solution is simple, safe, and 100% effective because it uses an unconventional backdoor method that exploits this parasite's weakness and your own body's remarkable healing power without harmful drugs, weird diets, or expensive treatments. Meet the remarkable doctor who lives on the cutting edge of nutritional medicine and the traditions of natural healing. Dr. Steve Klayman is one of the world's most honored authorities on traditional therapeutics, medicine, and alternative health therapies. Due to his wide-ranging expertise along with his years of clinical experience and in private practice, Dr. Klayman has successfully treated thousands of men and women with the latest natural health breakthroughs. In this brief yet incredibly powerful video presentation, you'll learn exactly how Dr. Klayman's research will put an end to your troubles. Over 27,537 people have used this little-known method to help rid their bodies of this potentially deadly Candida fungus. Plus, in a moment, you'll discover why medical racketeers want this drug-free solution banned. Keep watching. Do you feel sluggish or exhausted, even after getting out of bed? Do you feel depressed, down, in a funk you just can't seem to shake off? Do you feel irritable or anxious? Do you find it hard to concentrate or feel foggy? Do you often have digestive problems, skin irritations, or migraines? Perhaps you have a low libido, or you seem to catch colds too easily. Have you tried diet after diet and are still unable to lose weight? More importantly, does cancer run in your family? Let me tell you about this special woman named Kathy from Roanoke, Virginia. While these nasty Candida parasites are living inside both men and women equally, I need to first share Kathy's personal story with you today. And then you'll immediately see what both women and men need to be warned about. You see, several years ago, both Kathy and her mother went through the terrifying ordeal of breast cancer, which led her to discovering what I'm about to share with you, and that is the Candida Cancer Connection, and an unconventional method that helps your body eradicate deadly Candida. Kathy was determined to find an answer to the Candida problem for both her and her mother. It didn't take her long to realize there weren't a lot of great options out there, but after a long and painful journey, she found the solution. What she learned blew her away and changed her life forever. I want to share this story with you so you'll understand exactly how it works. It's unlike anything you've ever read or seen, but before I share it with you, let me give you some background. First off, Candida albicans, often called C. albicans, is fungal yeast. Candida is always present in the body in small amounts, mostly in the gut. Normally, your body's own resistance and competition with other beneficial organisms inside your gut keep Candida in check. However, if there's an imbalance, Candida can multiply, overgrow, and set up its mycelium network. It's mushroom-like. Symptoms of a yeast infection or candidiasis start to appear. One of the scariest things about Candida is the way it begins to reprogram you to crave more of the foods it wants. And here's where the problem starts. Candida is a member of the yeast family. And do you know what yeast likes to eat? Yep, you guessed right. Refined sugars, artificial sweeteners, and preservatives. All of the things that have been added to your food supply in just the last 50 or so years. Maybe you did the experiment back in science class, where you put yeast in a petri dish and feed it sugar to get it to grow. That's what's happening in your stomach right now. Let's take a look at that pic again. These are actual Candida albicans growing in a petri dish. When you feed the Candida, it starts to breed faster and faster and faster. Soon it has outnumbered the good bacteria in your stomach. Then they make their way into your upper and lower intestine throughout your entire gastrointestinal tract. Before long, they begin to expand into other parts of your body, resulting in serious medical problems that can cripple your ability to enjoy a happy life. Fatigue, weight gain, sleeplessness, bloating and gas, irritable bowel syndrome, constipation, skin problems, fungus infections. These are just the start of the havoc Candida can wreak on your body. If you are suffering from any one of these symptoms, it is very likely this silent killer is to blame. When you take antibiotics, Candida growth accelerates even faster, as antibiotics kill off many of the good bacteria that would otherwise keep it in check. 80% of all Americans suffer from some degree of Candida overgrowth. 80%. Those who deal with this health condition in a clinical setting are witnessing what now seems almost epidemic. Candida fungi feed on sugar and carbohydrates. If your body is in a state of yeast overgrowth, you will unconsciously crave sweets and foods like bread, rice, potatoes, and pasta, even alcohol. After all, parasites want to be fed too. And if you're on a diet, it can be extremely difficult to stick to it and almost impossible to lose weight. Since Candida feeds on sugars and carbs, at night, when you're fasting, your adrenals have to work extra hard to compensate for this lack of blood sugar, eventually leading to adrenal fatigue. As the adrenal glands wear down, the thyroid gland also starts to perform poorly, leading to decreased temperature regulation, low metabolism, and weight gain. Candida resides in the gut, and therefore when an overgrowth occurs, it starts in the digestive tract. An overgrowth often gives rise to a whole range of digestive issues, including diarrhea, constipation, bloating, upset stomach, intestinal cramps, irritable bowel syndrome, and bad breath, which are persistent and don't seem to go away no matter what you do. Since Candida ferments sugar in the gut, this fermentation leads to elevated blood alcohol levels without you ever taking a drink. Since alcohol is a known depressant, increased blood alcohol levels can make you fuzzy, dehydrated, and tired. Just like a hangover, typical symptoms like headaches, grogginess, and lethargy are common. This is one Candida gets most commonly recognized for, such as vaginal or urinary tract infections. Basically, once it is overgrown in the gastrointestinal tract, it then spreads to other areas of the body, where it colonizes other organs and tissues. This spreading leads to infections affecting the bladder, kidneys, and genital organs. As part of its digestive process, Candida excretes, yes, it poops, into your bloodstream. Common symptoms include acne, itchiness, earaches, and skin infections, such as athlete's foot. But it also plays a big part in how you feel overall. It leads to irritability, anxiety, low sex drive, hyperactivity, and more. But it doesn't stop there. It gets worse, a lot worse. Once this parasite infiltrates your bloodstream, Candida then dumps over 300 different mycotoxins into your system. Candida has turned your body into a sewage system. While common infestations lead to rashes and aches, the toxins Candida release can wreak havoc on your system. Many of these toxins can suppress the immune system. For example, one major waste product of Candida is acetaldehyde, which produces ethanol. Yes, the very same stuff we put into cars. Ethanol destroys enzymes needed to feed your body's cells and opens the floodgates to free radicals that wreak havoc on your immune system and damage actual DNA. These immune-suppressing toxins cause more chronic issues such as asthma, susceptibility to colds, sinus inflammation, muscle pain, arthritis, chronic fatigue syndrome, even Addison's disease, and according to some experts, even cancer. And that's where this cancer connection comes in. Years ago, the idea that tiny little microorganisms are the cause behind plagues and diseases in general was unbelievable. Washing hands with soap as a means of preventing infection was considered a fool's errand. People laughed at the idea. It was only through the work and determination of dedicated scientists as Alexander Fleming, the inventor of penicillin, and Louis Pasteur, who ignored the laughter and proved that bugs and parasites, bacteria and viruses, were the cause of so many illnesses and their spread. Discoveries like these are still happening, like this one. Check out this Italian oncologist who sheds new light on the possible connection between Candida and cancer. One doctor made it his life's work to see if cancer is connected to Candida, and if it could be prevented easily. Once ridiculed for his theories, today more and more scientists, doctors, and patients are coming forward to endorse him. Italian oncologist Tullio Simoncini is the author of the 2005 book, Cancer is a Fungus. Dr. Simone's many years of in-depth research are revolutionary and highly controversial. According to him, the way people have looked at cancer is wrong. He says there is a direct connection between cancer and fungus, specifically the Candida albicans fungus. He says that Candida behaves very similar to cancer. For instance, it has a similar genetic structure, it's constantly present in cancer tumors, and it spreads in the same way as cancer does. His revolutionary, game-changing research has been reviewed and scientifically researched by many institutions, including the University of Arizona, the Arizona Department of Pharmacology, Wayne State University, and the Moffitt Cancer Center and the Research Institute in Tampa, Florida. Dr. Simoncini has been featured in many magazines. He has been on numerous TV shows and an expert guest on countless radio programs like Coast to Coast Radio. He blew the crowd away with his talk at the 36th Annual Cancer Convention in Los Angeles in 2008. The reason? Dr. Simoncini believes the world's Candida epidemic is underestimated and therefore left untreated because so little is understood about it. In fact, this became a driving force behind his research. So, what's the surprising discovery of what almost all cancers have in common? When Dr. Simoncini realized that all cancers behave in the same way, despite them occurring in the widest variety of locations in the body, he decided to explore further. This led him to a search for a common denominator within all these different cancers. What he found was surprising. Most cancers appear white in color. This prompted him to learn more. He then discovered that cancers not only look alike, but also spread alike and have similar genetic makeup to fungi. In fact, Candida is often found within tumors. So he concluded that these white masses are fungi, and he's not the first one to stumble upon this discovery. The coexistence of Candida and cancer have been independently noted by other researchers. The following figure shows the percentage of Candida present in cancer tumors after death by these researchers. These numbers are truly impressive, especially when you think about how difficult it is to see Candida in the organic materials to be examined. The real numbers could be much higher. Is it more of a coincidence? Are they actually connected? The answer will shock you. Now, the presence of fungi in tumors is nothing surprising in the medical world. Most oncologists believe Candida is an opportunistic organism that finds root within the existing developing tumors and grows. However, Dr. Simoncini and other experts strongly disagree. Remember when I mentioned what happens when Candida infiltrates the bloodstream? And that a major byproduct of Candida yeast is blood sugar alcohol and particularly ethanol? Ethanol actually feeds cancer cells. Ethanol inhibits the absorption of iron. Since iron supports oxygen in the blood, it creates low oxygen levels. Fungi are anaerobes, meaning they don't use oxygen to survive. So by colonizing most of the entire body, including areas susceptible to cancer, such as breasts or the prostate, they set up anaerobic conditions. Basically, they allow cancer to thrive with low oxygen levels. It's a double whammy. The connection is clear. Candida yeast equals Candida fungus equals cancer. We can follow the pattern of development of Candida yeast to fungus to cancer. The Candida fungus roots itself in the deep connective tissues, like the various organs, where it begins to colonize and start to expand thereafter. The body responds by attempting to encyst the fungal colonies, leading to the formation of neoplasms around the fungus. That's a new tumor. Growth follows, both in surrounding tissues as well as other areas of the body, also known as metastasis. Total body invasion eventually follows. Tumors progressively exhaust the body, organs begin to fail, the body starts to shut down, and the patient dies. In plain English, all this means that the Candida fungus creates an ideal environment that may possibly cause mutation of cells and cancer tumors to develop inside its host. Could it really be that simple? These doctors and scientists are now showing us that by eliminating Candida, we can create a much healthier environment in the body, one in which fungus doesn't thrive. The answer is to kill this fungus and prevent it from invading our bodies in the future. So by eradicating Candida, I can prevent cancer, right? Not so fast. First of all, we all have Candida to some degree. It's necessary to achieve proper balance. The goal is to keep it in check so it doesn't overgrow. But there isn't overgrowth. Some studies show as much as 70% of people have it. The problem is that it's nearly impossible to kill these nasty little critters. Antifungals don't work. Diets are worse, and drugs are risky and expensive. And even then, chances are they will only provide temporary relief. Candida is a persistent bug. If you've had to deal with the ravages of an outbreak in the past, you probably remember how hard it is to get rid of Candida. And when you did, or you thought you did, it came back later, often with a vengeance. Cleansing your body of Candida is just not that simple. So why is it so hard to get rid of Candida? Once it has left your gut, it does not have the challenge of your other gut bacteria trying to eat it. And even when it does, your immune system would identify and fight off this alien intruder without a sweat. Sadly, more and more people suffer from low immune systems due to stress, bad diet, or general ill health. This means the immune system is not as strong as it needs to be to fight the Candida fungus. And let's not forget the immune suppressing toxins that Candida poops out. However, there is a reason why this superbug is almost impossible to get rid of. The real problem is the impenetrable armor of the Candida fungus. The Candida fungus is protected from your immune system's attack by its cellular membrane, which is like a fortress wall making it impossible to penetrate. It's called chitin, or the chitin layer. Imagine a suit of armor that your immune system cannot punch through, especially if it's weak. This is why Candida is so hard to get rid of. There's plenty of expensive Candida treatments and even strict Candida diets that claim to get rid of Candida. However, all they do is temporarily manage the fungal growth. The fungus can stay dormant in your body even for years. So the moment your diet changes, even just for a single day, or maybe you just had a stressful week and your immune system takes a dip, The fungus then explodes in growth, and your systemic candida problem balloons out of control. What's worse, chitin not only protects candida, but also makes it stronger by lowering your immune system. Recent studies show how chitin is actually helping candida to become more resilient. The U.S. National Institute of Health's National Library of Medicine reported, chitin is an essential part of the carbohydrate skeleton of the fungal cell wall. Complex regulatory mechanisms enable chitin to maintain the overall strength of the wall and enable rapid, life-saving modifications to be made under cell wall stress conditions. Chitin has also recently emerged as a significant player in the activation and attenuation of immune response to fungi and other chitin-containing parasites. That's why special diets or treatments don't work, as they only mask the symptoms. Once candida spreads and latches its teeth into your body's tissue, it's there for good unless you address the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is candida's armor-like chitin layer. If you try to starve or poison candida, you might be making things worse. Chitin is similar to an insect's hard exoskeleton, which makes it impossible for your immune system to attack the fungus. If you've ever had an insect problem in your home, like cockroaches, termites, or ants, then you might have an idea what you're actually up against. These little suckers are nearly indestructible. Except in this case, they're in your body. You can starve or poison cockroaches, but you can't exactly use the same approach with your body. If you did, you would die. Speaking of which, candida will in fact remain inside your body and even thrive after your body dies. That's its job. Even when you stop breathing and eating, candida will stay alive and eat you from the inside out. It's designed to digest and deteriorate the body after death. It's part of the natural process of decay in a dead body. That's why these solutions are only temporary. All they do is put the fungal growth under temporary control, slightly reducing its effects. Candida sits dormant in your body, waiting to flare back up again, and it always does eventually. Let's not forget that candida fungi, like bacteria and viruses, eventually adapts to change in your diet and medications, and the strain becomes more and more resilient. In other words, you may be making candida more resistant and harder to kill. Most conventional solutions are only temporary, often worthless, and perhaps even detrimental to your health. You cannot starve candida with some special diet or poison it with some antifungal medication. You have to get at the root of the problem. Besides, trying to do so can cause more harm than good. Special candida diets involve no sugar, alcohol, bread, coffee, tea, pasta, and refined foods. Sounds easy, right? Well, not so much. Many people simply find this unrealistic for their lifestyle. You would need an iron willpower, because if you stray from the diet, even slightly, your candida can return, and return more aggressively, as it might come back even stronger than before. Look at it this way. Taking on a candida infection with a special diet is like bringing a garden hose to a burning high-rise building. Now, your doctor might prescribe you antifungal medications, such as azole antifungals. The problem is, they place a great deal of stress on the kidneys and liver, as if candida hasn't stressed it enough already. But as with all medications, there are side effects. They include headaches and nausea. In short, it's simply not practical to take these with any frequency, as you will risk liver damage. The problem is, the medical industry would love for you to believe that their brand of medicine is the only way to treat you. Most conventional doctors were never taught about anything but drugs and surgery. They don't have time to keep up with the latest studies, let alone tell their patients about them. They expect you to believe that toxic drugs, painful treatments, and dangerous surgeries are your best medicine. And drug companies aren't so innocent either. Pharmaceutical companies create customers, not cures. That means the pharmaceutical industry must push drugs, even if those drugs aren't necessarily good for you. But it's the only thing they have. What has changed in the last 50 years or so that has made this previously harmless organism, candida, a killer? Well, doctors are pumping us full of antibiotics that kill all bacteria, including the good flora that control candida growth. Our food is laced with antibiotics as a means of keeping meat and dairy supposedly healthy, which ends up in our food supply. Our diets have become full of sugar, alcohol, and junk that candida thrives on and weakens the immune system. Candida is so common that it's likely your own doctor has it. The simple truth is that the humble Candida albicans fungus has become one of the most lethal threats to our health today, and it's only going to get worse. There is an easy, safe, and very effective solution. Unlike diets and treatments, this solution weakens and breaks the chitin layer and prevents the fungus from repairing it. After that, your own immune system simply wipes the fungus out, both safely and effectively. And remember the cancer story of Kathy and her mother from earlier? Well, this surprising solution came after they stared death in the face. How Kathy's battle with cancer led to discovering the most powerful Candida solution available. Kathy and her mom came from a long line of cancer sufferers. Many of them were taken from their family long before their time. But then their life took a turn. First, Kathy's mother found a lump in her breast. She was devastated. Her sister had died from the disease at a young age. Luckily, her mother survived after a long journey of medical treatments. They moved to a warmer climate for her mother's recovery and to get away from the cool weather up north. It's an area of the country that was progressive in natural health, which fit nicely with their love of holistic and alternative medicine. A few years later, it was Kathy's turn. She discovered a lump in her right breast. Kathy faced a choice of returning home or having it removed in a foreign hospital with no sedation and minimal anesthetic. She would not recommend it to anyone. After much thought and tears, Kathy went through the operation. She remembered the doctor removing the lump and showing it to her during the operation. To her surprise, it was white in color. She was expecting some kind of rancid black or green monster, but this small, white, chewing gum-sized lump of flesh looked harmless. But it wasn't as harmless as she initially thought. Determined to take all precautions against cancer, this surprising ordeal led Kathy to learn about Dr. Simoncini's research and her desire to eradicate Candida from her body and her life. But after searching far and wide, Kathy found that there really wasn't anything out there that dealt with the root of the problem. That's when it became clear to Kathy that she had to find a research team that was really thinking out of the box. That's when Kathy's journey led her to our research team, as we were experimenting with a revolutionary way to treat Candida. We had already discovered Kathy's solution. Candida's biggest strength is also its greatest weakness. With the help and guidance of our brilliant research team, our organization found something buried by the corrupt pharmaceutical industry. It has been used for years with great success by veterinarians on mammals. We gave it a try, and the results were astonishing. It involves no special diet or dietary restrictions. It is amazingly simple and completely safe. And it's a fraction of the price you would pay seeing doctors repeatedly and being on continual medication. Introducing Urgent Parasite Flush Herbal Parasite Cleanser, designed to restore Candida's healthy levels. Remember, your gut is also home to a lot of good bacteria. To start feeling your best, you just need to get to that 80-20 balance. 80% good bacteria, 20% bad bacteria. There are two ways to do this. The first is going on a real, all-natural diet. That means completely eliminating all processed foods, refined sugars and carbs, artificial sweeteners, and also white breads. The second and easiest way is to supplement your diet with foods that are high in a special kind of good bacteria called probiotics. Probiotics are clusters of good bacteria that, like a powerful army, go into your stomach and form colonies that far outnumber the Candida. And the Urgent Parasite Flush advanced formula delivers concentrated super probiotics to your gut in order to support digestive system health, a healthy immune system, and strong immune function. Normally, the Candida fungus has to constantly maintain and replenish its chitin layer, Candida cell wall, if you will, to protect itself from your immune system and the constant pressure from being inside your body. Urgent Parasite Flush, a chitin synthesis inhibitor that prevents Candida from doing this. What happens is that instead of producing a strong agrostral chitin cell wall matrix, Candida produces a weak, leaky agrostral cell wall with holes. This quickly leads to catastrophic failure of its cell wall in multiple locations, causing its contents, its protoplasm, to escape, exposing it to your body's own natural defenses and literally killing the Candida fungus. In other words, the fungus bleeds to death. A chitin synthesis inhibitor is completely safe because it uses a biochemically inert compound that works on chitin only and is not broken down by the liver or kidneys, so it has zero effect on your vital systems. Therefore, as humans, we have no body processes that involves the creation of chitin. Then taking an inhibitor will have no effect on the human body, other than the side effects of healing. I'll come back to this in a moment. It is absorbed into your fatty tissues and released slowly over the following weeks. While treatment may take several weeks, you will start seeing results in as little as 14 days. And the one side effect you will be looking forward to, feeling better. Unlike drugs, there are no harmful side effects. But while Candida is dying, you might experience something called a healing crisis, also known as the Jarisch-Herxheimer reaction. Now, the word crisis might sound alarming, but I assure you that it's far from being the case. It's actually a good thing. A healing crisis happens particularly in people who have extensive fungal infections throughout their bodies. Many people with a serious infection find that when they take a chitin synthesis inhibitor, they feel worse before they feel better. This is completely normal and expected. What is basically happening is that the chitin synthesis inhibitor is doing its job and destroying the chitin protection of the fungus. Your body now is able to attack the fungus and kill it. This is only temporary, as the treatment will quickly kill the majority of the fungus. Within a few days of the die-off reaction, you will be feeling a lot better than you did before. Your digestive tract contains 60% of the cells in your body, so it's no surprise that cleaning it up can make you feel like a whole new person. Many Americans who tried the concentrated super probiotic formula Urgent Parasite Flush for the first time are taken aback by the results. Ready to be candida-free? Claim your life and wellness today. Here's how.
Enjoy lifelong health and energy for a few cents a day with our supercharged Urgent Parasite Flush. If you were to buy a month's supply of the candida-fighting ingredients in Urgent Parasite Flush individually, it would cost you over $800. That translates into a whopping $25 a day. Yet, with Urgent Parasite Flush, you can enjoy the daily health benefits for less than you'd spend on a cup of coffee. That's a small price to pay for what could keep you energized, pain-free, healthy, and youthful for life. Factor in any savings from doctor's visits and medications you may no longer need, and our Urgent Parasite Flush becomes even more of a bargain. The healthy choice that's healthy on your wallet. Roar with boundless energy. Enjoy pain-free living day after day. Eliminate unhealthy parasites. Glow with renewed youthfulness. Rid your body of toxins. Keep candida levels in check. Improve your digestion and live free of gas, bloating, and constipation. Plus, you can use the money you save and your newfound good health to have some fun. Look, Urgent Parasite Flush is completely different than the garbage, low-quality, healthy, digestive, constipation-preventing, fatigue-fighting supplements that you see filling the shelves of your local supermarket. Those big companies get massive price breaks to crank out millions and millions of bottles of super low-quality supplements, pills, and potions that are completely worthless. And Urgent Parasite Flush is very different than any other so-called anti-parasite and candida-removing supplements on the market today, as they are all missing the active herbal ingredients found in this amazing supplement. We do the complete opposite here at Fight Age Labs. We use the most cutting-edge research, and then we circle the globe to find the very best ingredients in the most pure formulations for all of our supplements, specifically Urgent Parasite Flush. But with that said, it literally limits the supply of this amazing, life-altering supplement to only a couple hundred bottles. The regular price for this Urgent Parasite Flush is $120 per bottle, which is a complete bargain if you take into consideration that we only use the most pure blend of herbs formulated from thousands of years of accumulated knowledge from traditional medicines, which we then ship to our independent FDA-approved lab and formulate each and every capsule using the most advanced equipment known to man. And then these small quantities are shipped directly to your door. Urgent Parasite Flush is not available in any store or on any other website. Here's another thing. If you tried to get your hands on all the ingredients in a single capsule of Urgent Parasite Flush separately, you'd pay well over $120. But since you watched this far into the presentation, you've made the cut into our special VIP group. You won't pay $120. You won't even pay $99.95. You won't even pay $79.95. You can get your hands on a full bottle of Urgent Parasite Flush for only $69.95. That's a savings of over $50 off the regular price and about $1 per pill. Do you think that eliminating unhealthy organisms, regulating your candida, and just flat out being more healthy and knowing your body is getting all of the support it needs is worth a measly $1? We think so too, but we're not stopping there. If you act right away and reserve 4 bottles of Urgent Parasite Flush, you have a spot in our private VIP test group, which entitles you to our VIP pricing of only $49.95 per bottle. That's more than half off, a savings of $70 per bottle. Why would we approve such a drastic price discount for you? The answer is actually simple. In our pursuit to push the boundaries of our research, we need people to share their real, actual results with us. Specifically, the ever-increasing benefits that begin to start when you've been taking Urgent Parasite Flush for 30 days or more. As a result of that goal, we've instructed the lab to set aside an entire supply of Urgent Parasite Flush so you can share with us your success stories, and our team of scientists will have a growing body of evidence to show the long-term properties of this amazing product. Think about it. You'd pay more than $69.95 for one visit to your doctor, a trip to the grocery store, or even a nice dinner out for two. And none of these things, not even your doctor, can give you the 24/7 complete peace of mind that comes when you take Urgent Parasite Flush even just once a day. For about $1 a pill, you can guarantee your body is getting the kind of total support it needs to eliminate unhealthy organisms and candida, turn back the clock, gain all your energy, lose a bunch of weight, and much more. Are you ready to experience a healthy digestive system with Urgent Parasite Flush? Good! But we're going to make you a deal you can't pass up. You don't even have to make that decision now. In fact, we're so totally confident that Urgent Parasite Flush is going to change your life for the better, let you eliminate deadly candida, parasites, support a healthy digestive system, and get on the path to total body health. We are going to let you try Urgent Parasite Flush for 3 full months. And if for any reason you're not fully delighted with the results, simply return the unused portion and we'll buy it back. That's right, we'll send you a full 4-bottle supply right now. And if at any time you decide it's just not working for you, just return the unused portion and we'll buy it back. Plus, we'll give you $100 for giving it an honest try. That's a better than 100% money-back guarantee. We can't make this deal much better than that. Don't you agree? Have we gone insane? Maybe we have lost it a little bit, but we want to get our awesome Urgent Parasite Flush into as many hands as we can before our supply runs out of inventory. We are 100% convinced of the power of Urgent Parasite Flush. We're willing to stick our neck out there and take all the risk. Have you ever seen anyone else stand behind their own product like this? We want you to experience the effects of our proprietary blend of active herbs for yourself and wake up to a healthier, more balanced, candida-free, and happy you. And if you don't, we'll give you your money back, plus $100, just for giving Urgent Parasite Flush an honest try. We have a hunch that Urgent Parasite Flush is the one thing that you're missing right now, even if you're taking other supplements, even if you have a great diet and exercise program already in place. But you won't know that if you don't try it. But let me give you fair warning. Because of the dramatic results that people like you are already experiencing, and remember, I touched on this earlier, you may find out that you need to be humble when people start to compliment you on how healthy and happy you look. Here's the situation though. You're really going to need to act right now. We've only set aside a certain number of bottles for our VIP membership. When they're gone, they're gone. Picture this for me now. Imagine the confidence and excitement you're going to feel flooding into your body as you finally achieve a healthy digestive system, regulate your candida, and eradicate unhealthy bacteria. Feeling 20 years younger, no more digestion problems, which includes embarrassing gas and constipation, high blood pressure, migraines, and sugar cravings, all resulting from deadly candida. Can you imagine living without all that? Imagine your healthy body, more balanced. Your confidence soars as your health is strong. All your friends and family taking notice. With Urgent Parasite Flush and our team of researchers always striving to find the next best, most cutting-edge improvements and enhancements in digestive health, you'll never have to go at it alone. So right now, it looks like you have 2 options. Option 1, you can keep spending hundreds of dollars on new books, diets, doctor's visits, and potions and try to make it on your own with 0 results. Or Option 2, Join us right now and get your personal supply of Urgent Parasite Flush on its way to you, if we haven't sold out by the time you see this. But hurry, I can't stress this enough. You need to act now to secure your place in our VIP test group. There are literally hundreds of people watching this very same video right now, and soon there will be a button appearing below this video. When you do see it, you need to click it right away and fill out the information on the very next page to get your spot secured. And because you've watched all the way to this point, it becomes clear to me that two things are true about you. You're serious about ridding your body of candida, improving your digestive health, eliminating that bad gas, constipation, irritability, and foggy thinking, and you're ready to take action. Also, you know that you're looking for something to take you to the next level of energy and feeling good, something that will help you from the inside out, to give your body the fuel needed to eliminate unhealthy organisms and supercharge your body. What you need to do now is click the Claim Your Spot Now button below before it disappears. However, if the next page says sold out, we apologize in advance because if someone else has already taken your spot, you've missed out on this fantastic opportunity. Don't let that happen to you. Click the button below, fill out the next page with your information, and we'll rush your first shipment of Urgent Parasite Flush straight to your door. We'll ship your supply out to you no matter where in the world you live. Then, in less than 48 hours after receiving it, you can start experiencing a healthier digestive system by eliminating unhealthy organisms that cause bloating, leaking gut, fatigue, depression, and more. Plus, you'll support your quest to feel better overall. Just click the button to see if you made the final cut and see if your spot is still available. Don't forget, when you order the 4-bottle option, the price of Urgent Parasite Flush drops even lower to just $49.95 per bottle and about $1 per pill. That's more than half off and a savings of over $70 per bottle. Remember, if you're not satisfied for any reason, you can return the unused portion of your Urgent Parasite Flush and get a full refund plus $100 just for trying it. You really have nothing to lose. After 90 days, just prove to me that you gave it an honest try. And if it did not work, we'll send you $100 in addition to your refund. Click the button below right now to get started before it's too late. There's no time to waste. I wish I could make that decision for you and press that button so we could guarantee that you get your spot. But it's up to you now. Remember the saying, you snooze, you lose. Well, this saying is especially true for people trying to gain total body health. Why do I say that? Because if you let life pass you by and snooze on this opportunity, you have absolutely zero chance to experience the difference Urgent Parasite Flush will have in your life and overall well-being. Click the button on this page and claim your spot in our exclusive private test group before it's taken away by someone else. One final thing. Do you secretly find yourself looking at other people thinking, why can't I look and feel as good as them? Or that somehow you seem different because your friends never complain of digestive issues, low energy, and a slew of other ailments? Well, it doesn't have to be that way anymore. You can be that person. Click the button below and get your personal supply of Urgent Parasite Flush now, and don't let Father Time take another minute of your life. Take action. Take control of your digestion, candida, and your life. Be one of the very first people in the entire world to get access to this undiscovered dietary candida eliminating miracle called Urgent Parasite Flush. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you the best of success in life. How many times can you say, I'll do it tomorrow? And you know that we're not guaranteed a tomorrow, right? At this moment, we're standing at a crossroads, you and me. We want to be your partner in better health. We'll do it as a team, or you can live with or anticipate having these common maladies sweep you off your feet. Thrush, sore throat, bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, leaky gut, earache, sugar cravings, alcohol cravings, migraines, anxiety, depression, fatigue, indigestion, backache, vaginitis, foggy thinking, itching, acne, rheumatism, arthritis, eczema, weight gain, ulcers, food sensitivities, acid reflux, GERD, hyperactivity, sinus inflammation, irritability, dizziness, low sex drive, cracked nails, skin infections, athlete's foot, chronic pain, muscle weakness, alcoholism, asthma, Addison's disease, chronic fatigue, irritable bowel, IBS, PMS and PMT, depression, anxiety disorders, psoriasis, thyroid dysfunction, impotence, and too many others to name here, and yes, possibly even cancer. Unfortunately, just look at the stats. People who don't know what you've seen here have to live with these maladies. But you don't, not anymore. This is your chance to claim your life and your wellness back. Take action now, and please, we want to hear from you soon. We're looking forward to telling you what the medical industry won't and guiding you to safer, gentler ways to heal. Starting in 14 days from now, we see you feeling better than ever. By the way, there's no other candida-fighting solution like this on the market. Candida fungus is protected by a powerful chitin layer that's virtually impossible for your immune system to penetrate. Other candida cleanses do not address the root of the problem, as they simply put the fungus into a dormant state. The fungus can sit dormant for years, waiting to flare up again, and it always does eventually. Plus, there's no need to go on some wacky diet, follow a costly treatment, or take harmful drugs, only to have candida to return, even with a vengeance when you stop. Please, don't hesitate. If you don't act today, you might be looking back at this moment in the future when it's too late, wishing you took action. Click on the Add to Cart button below to start taking control of your body and your life now. To the fortunate few who are about to reserve their supply of Urgent Parasite Flush and get on the other side, we have an exclusive surprise waiting for you right after you do. See you there in just a minute. And we're so confident you'll love Urgent Parasite Flush and what it can do for you that we're giving you an unconditional 90-day money-back guarantee plus $100 cash for giving it an honest try. Bottom line, you love it or you don't pay. Now, all that's left to say is, yes, rush my risk-free supply of Urgent Parasite Flush, the brand new breakthrough product for relieving irritable bowel syndrome, chronic pain, high levels of candida, skin infections, eradicating parasites without changing your lifestyle, plus the added health benefits associated with Urgent Parasite Flush can be the answer you have been waiting for. Don't pass up this opportunity to end the search for an answer to promoting healthy digestion and more. The answer is here. Get yours now. Click on the Add to Cart button below. And remember, your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed, plus $100 if you're not happy after 90 days. What are you waiting for? A new, balanced, healthier life can be yours. This is your last chance. You need to act now. Get your supply of candida-removing, anti-parasite, antifungal, pain-removing, digestive-enhancing, age-reversing, Urgent Parasite Flush. Click the big orange Add to Cart button below now.